Going to show you watercolor painting, which is right now I am in the War Memorial Park, and where I had drawn the sketch of this front of my scene. So I'll just going to show you how I'm going to do the watercolor. So today the sky is very blue and clean, so I'm going to take this Persian blue to use as a sky, and just adding few water over here, just because the sky is very clean and clear, and just a little bit adding of blue over here to get that feel. I have drawn first sketch in very detail, so now I just going to add few watercolor flow and patches over here to get the little bit realistic view of that particular spot. And to color this, I am using Camel Artist watercolor, which is the normal artist watercolor, and this is the Trimurti traders brush, which is you can get in shop in Pune. Trimurti traders, a very nice brush, smooth hair brush, so which is I am going to use to color this. And very subtle color I am using over here. And now since this is blue, I am going to add a little bit green over here, and this part I'm adding little green, which is I worked on the little bit and shade and lights in this part and this part as well. Not too much, not adding too much color of green, little less shade of that, and then just doing little bit shades and light part. So here I'm not going to do very detailed drawing, which is the watercolor landscape, but I'm going to do you how you can do the sketch, and then to that sketch how you can add the color on top of it. So it's a very simple way of doing any artwork. And let me add some water over here at the Persian blue, and this part I want to merge it to get that kind of seamless kind of flow, which is important. And you need to have that variation in your watercolor. So after adding that, I just using water to get very watery kind of feel. Since this is the darkest side, because you can see inside there is a lot of shadow, where I'm going to add little dark color, even though it's a too dark, but it's a watercolor, so I'm not going to make that as very much dark. I would keep it little less dark, and to get little bit dark violet color, I am just adding the red color, the crimson red with the Persian blue, and then I got little dark shade of violet, which is I need to create a little bit shadow kind of effect over here. So this is most of the time watercolor is experimental drawing, but once you get the good command, and then you can do the best, or you can generate the best result if you have a very good command on it. So it's a very simple way to express your artwork, and it is very much comfortable when you should work into watercolor, you need to make it yourself much more comfortable. Should not stress too much, let it be flow. Sometime it might be little wrong as well, but go with the flow. The more time and practice you do, along with, you get good command on it, and then you can realize the more detailed level of point which you need to use while doing watercolor. But now, to just getting a flow, here it is water, it's very black water, even though you can see very brown black, and it's almost too much dark water over here, and just to getting that kind of dark shade. But I also need to keep in mind there is a highlights over there in the water, so I'm using particularly very much the water as well as color. And this is the beauty in watercolor. So transparency is beauty. You need to keep as much as your watercolor transparent, and then that's why it's look much more better. And that transparency make your drawing is take you to the next level, make that very much comfortable. So there is a detailed advanced watercolor tutorial which is available in my channel, which done by watercolor artist, internationally knowing. It's a very famous artist. It's mostly in India. Kudali I hear him at. So Kudal is our one of the best artist from Pune. He is knowing as a best watercolor landscape artist, and he had a lot of international national awards. So you can watch that watercolor tutorial available in the my YouTube channel. You can search that, and then you can realize like the level of watercolor, how much we can take it to the in detail. But now, since this is very short demonstrations, so I just taking you to very simple way of using watercolor, which is the not stress too much, and use the watercolor as a medium to express quick watercolor sketch, where I have used first of all little bit detailed drawing with pen, and then just moving to the adding some watery flow, where and then there is a I am using little bit patch and flow method, and after that I can do little bit detail of the same drawing, but not too much of detail. I will keep this drawing little bit loose, so it should not too accurate. I while drawing itself I keep my drawing is very loose, and I just modify so many things to make it much more beautiful rather than the realistics. It's not a realistic drawing, it's not a photograph as well, so it's just illustration kind of stuff, but it is close to reality. And then adding, you can see there is a figure in the background. Adding few figure in the background create more interest in your sketch. So that's where I have added. I'm just adding some brown color shades and light over here, and this is the main tree cut wood, which is the main border part of tree. I don't the English word for this, but